Hello, how you doing? So today I want to work with spider energy and the wisdom spider offers us. So as we know, the spider corresponds to the number 8 and infinity. The spider corresponds to the wheel of life, past, present, future, death, and rebirth. Spider helps us to move along our path in balance so we can walk with ease and grace. And so I want to ask a few questions today for those who find themselves constantly feeling like they're getting stuck in a web and can't get out of these repeating loops and cycles and constantly running into roadblocks. Spider energy helps us to create the life we want and helps us to transition from one loop of the infinity symbol to the next. And so, some of the questions we're going to ask today is, why are we getting stuck? How can we free ourselves? And what is the first step to take moving forward? Okay, so we're going to tune with the octave energy, the energy of ether. Why? Because it's the octave, the number 8. And like I just said, it corresponds with the spider, corresponds with infinity. So let's begin. All right. So, spider energy, spider wisdom. Thank you for being here to help us and guide us along our path. We appreciate you. Why are some of us getting stuck all the time in this web of loops and cycles? What is going on in the collective energy here for those of us who continue to get stuck? What can you reveal to us, please? Oh, wow. How fitting and perfect is this one? Integration. Look, she is spinning her web, the spider web. How perfect. So we have integration. We have hermit. 3 of fire, integrity. This is beautiful. And spirit guide. How magnificent. Look at that. Okay. This is interesting because I have had these 2 cards come up recently. Okay, in other readings. Let's go ahead and look at this. Why are we getting stuck? Integration, hermit, integrity, spirit guide. It seems as though what's happening is, when we get stuck in these loops, it's because we're not learning our lesson, whatever the lesson is for each individual. And so it builds you can't move on until you learn the lesson. And so it builds the integrity of your heart, your soul, your spirit. So it doesn't feel good to repeat. Sometimes you're not really recognizing when you're repeating until you've repeated so many times. And then you're like, okay, wait a minute. Why does this keep happening? This needs to stop. It's building the integrity. So when you finally get to that point of, I want this to stop, I need something to change, something new, something different, you have strengthened your spirit, your soul, your being. And so which builds integrity. And it's an integration of the next step, that the next process that you're going to go through. So if you think of the figure 8, the infinity symbol, going from one loop, there's that in between part where that's where we're getting stuck, in the in between. getting stuck right here. And if you're not learning, if you're not ready by the time you get here, you loop back around until you're ready to move on, and then you move forward. And then hopefully you go back to the other loop, and it's just a series of loops, you know? And so it's an integration process of when you get here, hopefully you can move, right? So when you're here, you're integrating this new energy, but if you're not ready for it, you're going to go back around. And so it's a process of integrating. And finally, when you're ready, you move on. Okay. And so for those of us who are now aware and wanting the change to move on, it's time to come into hermit energy, hermit mode, really spend some time and go deep within and look at the changes that you can make so that you can move forward and not loop back around. And also, um you can confide, because the hermit is also the like the teacher energy. And so you can confide in somebody who you trust and who has their life in balance and wisdom, you know? So you can connect with somebody to get advice on how to move along in the areas that you're struggling with. Um, So you can do that. You can get a personal reading. That is always helpful if you don't have somebody in your life that you can confide in. That's why readings are helpful. And then we have spirit guide. And so your spirit, you have a spirit guide that's guiding you and helping you along this path. You can connect with this energy and ask, how can I move forward? How can I make the changes? I'm ready now. What can I do? And so some people may not believe in spirit guide, whatever your source is. So keep that in mind, okay? So let's go ahead and ask some more questions. I want to see, let's go ahead and continue with this deck. Okay, Spider Energy, thank you for that message. That's really beautiful. How can we free ourselves now? Just elaborate more on how we can go ahead and free ourselves. We know with the hermit energy and the spirit guide, what else can we do to free ourselves, please? Okay, very good. And this is the big medicine wheel. Yeah, it's well, actually, when I first saw it, I thought of the Wheel of Life, the Wheel of Fortune, but this one in this deck actually represents the world energy. So it's the end of the cycles. So that's really great to end the cycle. Like I said, you've built up your integrity, and now it's time to go into hermit mode. And also, because I did see it at first as the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Life, it could also mean that this is just part of it, right? This is just part of the path, part of the process. And so let's go ahead and get a card here. Spider Energy, what is the first step that we can take in moving forward, please? What is the first step? Right. We have expansion. Oh, magnificent. I love expansion. And adventure. Oh, how wonderful. So, the first step to take after we've been in hermit mode and connected with wisdom energy, we want to be open to expand our mind, expand our horizons, expand our friendships, if that's something you need, to expand our belief system, our thoughts. expand in any area that is appropriate for you in this time. And to remember to kind of loosen up any fears you have in the area of expansion that you need, because it's going to allow you, it's going to break you free, liberate you from those things that hold you back. And then you'll be able to go on an adventure. It's going the new loop, the new process is an adventure. It's something new. You don't know what to expect, right? And so look at it as an adventure and not so much as, oh, this is scary. you know, have fun. Okay, this is really great. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.